everybody, my name is Brandi Belgarde. I work for the Support Center in Okanogan, Washington. Today we're here going to do safety planning session 1. First, I'd like to say that our offices are located in Okanogan, Washington at 619 2nd Avenue South. Our mailing address is P.O. Box 3639 in Omak, Washington, 98841. If you need to get in contact with an advocate directly, you can call 826-3221, area code 509, or reach out to us at our website at www.thesupportcenter.org. Usually on our contact page, we have a place where you can send a message, or you can send me an email directly at Brandi, B-R-A-N-D-I-B as in boy, at thesupportcenter.org, or call and ask for me. Again, my name is Brandi Belgarde, and I am the bilingual bicultural advocate for the Support Center. So let's dive right in. Safety planning. So the number one question is, why do we need a safety plan? What is it? And how do I get one? So everyone deserves a relationship that is healthy, safe, and supportive. If you are in a relationship that is hurting you, it is important for you to know that the abuse is not your fault. It is important for you to start thinking of ways to keep yourself safe from the abuse, whether you decide to end the relationship or not. While you cannot control your partner's abuse, you can take action to keep yourself as safe as possible. A safety plan is a practical guide that helps you lower your risk of being hurt by your abuser. It includes information specific to you and your life that helps to keep you safe. A good safety plan helps you think through the lifestyle changes that will help you keep as safe as possible at school or at home or any other places that you go on a daily basis. So how do you make a safety plan? So this would be taking time for yourself to go through each section with me here. There's 6 sessions that we do, and at the end, the 6th session is actually the safety plan itself. So first, we're just going to be in like a learning process. But you can complete this on your own or with me here as soon as I make my videos. And also, if you wanted to contact me directly through our phone line or through email, I can send you out the documents so that you can just fill it out on your own and have it on your own. Things to keep in mind. In order for this safety plan to work for you, you will need to fill in personalized answers so you can use the information when you most need it. And once you complete your safety plan, be sure to keep it in an accessible and secure location. You might also consider giving a copy of your safety plan to someone that you trust. So the first step in our safety plan is going over the 8 program principles. This is something that we get out of one of our books that we use in our support groups. So I'm just going to briefly read through all these. If you have any comments or questions, please jot them down and send them to me at the email address below, or reach out to us on the phone. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you guys have. So number 1, abuse is a learned behavior that has negative consequences for survivors and children. Our philosophy is that abuse is not contained in one's genetic makeup, but it is a behavior that is learned because it frequently works and has rewards. It often works by allowing the person to get what they want by gaining power and control over the other. The negative consequences for survivors are numerous and can include the danger of physical harm, health issues such as headaches, nervousness, and ulcers, depression, social isolation, lack of emotional safety, damage to self-esteem, ongoing fear for oneself and one's children. Number 2, abuse is reinforced by our society. Abuse may be reinforced by our society through the media, movies, television, music, pornography, sports, advertisements, and commercials, as well as through attitudes of significant people in our lives. Abuse can be passed on from generation to generation. So some relate to this principle because they often have witnessed abuse as children. Survivors often state that the abuse occurred in their adult lives is exactly what they vowed they would never happen to them. They also report that their abusive partners frequently witnessed abuse as children and or were victims of abuse themselves. There is no justification for abuse. You do not provoke your partner into behaving abusively. This is a difficult concept for survivors because their abuser has frequently told them the exact opposite, accusing them of being responsible for the abuse. At some level, survivors usually believe this is true, as they have heard it so often that their behaviors are what cause their partners to act and react violently. We should all dispel that idea that your partner is justified in perpetrating abuse against you, because the bottom line is no one deserves to be abused, not even you. You are not responsible for a partner's abusive behavior, nor can they control a partner's abusive behavior. We are all responsible for our own behaviors, but we are not responsible for another person's behavior. It does not matter if you burn the roast to a crisp, no one has the right to abuse you. Sorry, lost my place. You have the right to make mistakes, make errors in judgment, forget what you are doing, or any number of things. None of these behaviors constitutes a justification for abuse. As said before, the bottom line is there is no excuse for abuse. We tend to believe that if we just don't repeat the events that seemingly caused the abuse in the past, that abuse will no longer occur. This is simply not true. The rules will change. You have learned not to burn the roast, but you put dinner on the table an hour late. So that's creating a new excuse for the abuse. No matter how hard you try, your partner's behavior is outside of your control. Another stigma is that chemical abuse and domestic violence are they coexist, or there are two of the same problems. One, favors the other. Well, that is simply not true. Many survivors believe that chemical use is causing the abuse, and that abuse will no longer occur if their partner stopped using chemicals. It is important that we know that that is not true. Acknowledgement that chemical use and domestic violence often coexist and exacerbate each other, but there are chemical users who are not perpetrators of violence, and there are batterers who complete chemical counseling but still portray violence. They must address the domestic violence behavior with that type of treatment. So there is treatment for just domestic abuse, which I can give you information for too if you need that. Number 7, issues of abuse need to be addressed in a setting that is separate and safe from the abusive person. So many survivors begin to look for help by seeking joint counseling. We believe that this can be unsafe for survivors until they have had an opportunity to learn about the dynamics of abuse in a safe setting for themselves. It is important that the opportunity exists for a survivor to focus on their wants, needs, self-esteem, and ego strength before addressing issues with their partner. We believe abusers are not ready for joint counseling until they have accepted responsibility for their abusive behaviors and have stopped their battering. Abusers may pressure their partner either to seek joint counseling or to give up their separate counseling. It's important to know that you can say no and you can keep your counseling if you want it. But that's totally your decision, and it's about taking that control back, so not letting them have that control over you. Number 8, each survivor has their own answers and timing for addressing their issues related to abuse. Each survivor is in a different place in their process of acknowledging abuse and figuring out how it is affecting their life. Some are trying to make decisions about their abusive relationship as we speak. If you are watching this to get more information for a friend, it is important to know that it won't be the first try to help somebody get out. So be patient and have unconditional positive regard to any situation that they come to you with. Others often need more time to integrate what they are learning and decide how to apply that to their situations. So like I said, patience and unconditional positive regard are musts for both survivors and loved ones and anybody that you're working with, like advocates or counselors. And we each have our own internal clock and solutions to our situations and problems. And we just want you to know that we are here to help with whatever you need. That concludes the first section of safety planning. It's kind of just a rundown on what abuse is, kind of. Not all of it, because there's a lot more. But like I said, if you have any questions or concerns, please get a hold of me or anybody at our office. The number is 509-826-3221. We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And our offices is located at 619 2nd Avenue South in Okanogan. And our mailing address is P.O. Box 3639, Omak, Washington 98841. My email address is brandib@thesupportcenter.org. And we also have our website at thesupportcenter.org. And we also have a Facebook page if you wanted to check that out. It's the Support Center, and then has it in Spanish as well, so El Centro de Apoyo. I hope this brought some light to any questions that you have. I will be doing my next video here soon and posting it, and it'll be session 2 of safety planning. So have a great day. Thank you for watching.